From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Thursday, February 19th, 2015. Silver is trading at $16.71 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,217 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $237. Antiwar.com reports Pentagon officials updated the press on the vetting process for training the new Syrian rebel faction that they're planning to create, saying they've identified about 1,200 fighters for it. That seems well short of the previous plans, as the Pentagon had originally said they were planning to train some 5,000 fighters within the next year. There just don't seem to be that many around. It's also well short of what former U.S. Ambassador to Syria Robert Ford, once an outspoken supporter of the program, had envisioned. He's now very critical of the plan and says too many of the moderate rebels are willing to work with Al-Qaeda. Ford says the new rebel faction is going to be too small to be relevant, saying that even if they get 10,000 new fighters a year, it wasn't clear they'd be able to accomplish anything. The Pentagon, by contrast, seems like they're going to be lucky to get much more than 10% of that number. ExpressCoin is the best choice for buying Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, and more. ExpressCoin prides themselves on their customer service, so much so that the back end on the website should allow them to be even more focused on your needs. Get your cryptocurrencies with money order, check, wire transfer, or cash deposit. Get started at expresscoin.fppradio.com. UPI reports Alabama Governor Robert Bentley extended an apology to the government of India, its U.S.-based citizens, and Shirishbha Patel, the 57-year-old man who sustained severe neck injuries earlier this month after a police officer threw him to the ground during a confrontation. Madison police received a tip from a resident who told them a man had been walking around the neighborhood looking suspicious. When 3 officers arrived, they encountered a language barrier because Patel does not speak English. One of the patrol cars was equipped with a dashboard camera and captured the entire incident on video. In the video, Patel can be seen talking with the officers on a sidewalk. Moments later, one of the officers threw him to the ground. Patel sustained a serious neck injury and required surgery to fuse some of his vertebrae. He was also left partially paralyzed without feeling in one of his legs and upper extremities. On the dashboard camera video, the officers are seen lifting Patel off the ground. Because he is unable to walk under his own power, the video shows his legs sagging and dragging across the ground as the officers try to get him to walk. Governor Bentley addressed an apology letter to India's General Council, the Indian natives who live in Alabama, and the Patel family. Chief Larry Muncie of the Madison Police Department said last week that Officer Eric Parker's actions did not meet the high standards and expectations of the Madison City Police Department. Muncie recommended that Parker be fired and that he face an assault charge. Bentley's statement added, "I wish to assure the government of India that we will see that justice is done." For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports opponents of Colorado's cannabis legalization are expected to file a federal lawsuit on Thursday that will seek to shut down the state's new industry and which they say will accuse participants of violating racketeering laws. The Safe Streets Alliance said its lawsuit will allege that state and local officials in Colorado are violating federal law by promoting the commercialization of cannabis. In an online statement, the group said, Safe Streets is asking the federal courts to order Colorado officials to comply with federal law and stop issuing state licenses to deal illegal drugs. The group called for testimony from individuals who feel that they, their relatives, property, or businesses have been hurt by the cannabis industry and said federal racketeering laws give plaintiffs injured by a commercial drug conspiracy the right to an injunction, treble damages, and attorney's fees. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.